Hey guys, welcome to Khanvolution. My name's Khan, and right now it's time to check out some more Rwby, bro. Volume 6, Chapter 4, titled So That's How It Is? Or there's no question mark, it's just So That's How It Is. Very interesting title. I don't think I've seen a title like this in a Rwby chapter before. So that's how it, I guess it's a answer to the previous chapter. If you guys haven't checked out my reaction to Rwby Volume 6, Chapter 3, as well as my Rwby Chibi Season 3, Episodes 1 through 4 reaction, links are down in the description below, as well as up here, so you guys can go and check those out before joining back with me for Chapter 4. What can I say about Chapter 3, man? Everything that I have to say, I already said in my 1.5 hour discussion post Rwby Volume 6, Chapter 3. You know, that shit was insane. That silhouette against the moon was amazing. Amazing, bruh. You know what I'm saying? God of Darkness is my new favorite character, apparently. But yeah, I have yet to read a lot of your guys' comments from the, you know, the Chapter 3 reaction, as well as like the discussions, because I'm still waiting for a moderator to go through them and like I saw some of them have been released to me, and I skimmed through a little bit of them, but I haven't gone through like the vast majority of them because there's like well over 200 comments, and there's more coming in. So I'm super excited to hear or read what you guys have to say, and obviously to see a lot of the artwork and memes that come up on the Discord. So if you guys haven't joined over on my Discord, just come over, chat with the wonderful community growing over there. You can chat with me directly if you have any questions or just want to go over theories and ideas with me, remaining spoiler free, of course. You guys can check out some of my gaming on twitch.tv/Khanvolution. I'll be playing more Final Fantasy VII Remake on there, as well as jumping into the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt every now and then. But super excited to get into Rwby Volume 6 Chapter 4, because like I still have a lot of theories and ideas that I kind of want to make other videos for, like, you know, specifically surrounding John and Salem, and the idea of like, you know, how there's an end game coming, like how Chapter 3 sort of foreshadows you know, an ending, a potential ending to this whole series, which I absolutely freaking love, because now we have direction. You know, we have a pure direction of where this series is headed. So much information has been revealed, so many questions are yet to be answered, but we have a framework for building ideas and theories and concepts going forward. And of course, you guys know way more than I do, especially since you have had time to, like, you know, sit down on all the Volume 7 content, because who knows what goes on in Volume 7 and what manner of new knowledge and information that they reveal over there that, you know, expands on everything that's been explained in Volume 6 Chapter 3. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this shit is freaking insane, bro. It's so freaking good, so freaking good. I mean, for a lore whore like me, Volume 6 Chapter 3 was just mind-blowingly awesome. It was just so good. It was everything I could have asked for. For somebody who's been like sticking with Rwby for over a year, like, you know, like who's been like following and expecting like, you know, greatness from it, that was like the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just excited for everything that lies ahead. I have no expectation of what this chapter is gonna be about. I just no expectation at all, you know, and it's only like 12 minutes long. Oh, and one thing before I dive in, is the mic okay? Yeah, the mic is okay. Yeah, so surprisingly, the last chapter, the mic was able to handle the hype. The last thing I expected was that I wasn't able to handle the hype. I lost my shit. But yeah, mic was fine. But one question that I have for you guys, some of you guys, actually quite a number of you guys actually told me to react to 2 chapters in this volume together, apparently, for some reason. Now, I don't know if it was for Chapter 5 and 6 or for 6 and 7. Like, you guys said something about reacting to 2 chapters together because they're like, you know, back to back something. But yeah, you guys can maybe clarify that in the comments below, and then I'll go off of that, because, you know, if the episodes are you know, I'll do that. Like, I've never done 2 episode reactions for Rwby at the same time, but, you know, if the story demands it, then I shall, you know, do it. You know what I'm saying? So okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Rwby Volume 6 Chapter 4. So that's how it is. In 3, 2, 1. Silhouette against the moon, son! Oh man. Man, Oh yeah, like last few chapters made me totally, well, last chapter specifically, made me totally forget about all this other shit. Like, what is this? A new type of Grim? And also, like, what's the deal with Maria Calavera? She's like, I mean, her design and her entrance is just not a coincidence whatsoever. So what's the significance of her entering the story at this point? You know, what could that actually be? And we gotta see Salem after her, like, incredible backstory, dude. Like, we haven't seen Salem this volume, have we? No, we haven't seen any of, like, the villains. Oh, so those were all the different lifetimes of Austin. That's so freaking cool. That's so freaking cool! I don't know why they're hiding the thing anymore, because we already know that's Cinder, right? The moon. Let's get this shit! Team assembled! Salute against the moon! Let's go! Come on. I'm ready for this shit.
Salem can't be killed. You all heard her too, right?
Oh, now they all know the secret.
There was so much you hadn't told us. How could you think that was okay?
Is that Oscar or Osman crying?
Professor?
Oh.
What is your plan to defeat Salem?
I don't have one.
Oh shit! Yo!
No one wanted me. I was cursed. I gave my life to you because you gave me a place in this world. I thought I was finally doing some good.
But you are.
Meeting you was the worst luck of my life.
Oh man.
Maybe you're right.
What happened?
He's gone.
That bastard! Tell him we're not done yet!
No, this is different. He's gone. It's like he's locked himself deep inside my head.
Oh shit.
Our head. I hate this. I want it to stop.
He just left us?
What are we gonna do now?
Enough! We need to get a move on. It'll be dark before we know it, and every one of you is spewing negativity.
You're right.
There's a trail over there. Trails usually lead somewhere.
Lady, I don't know who you think you are, but...
No buts! I understand that you're upset. Honestly, I'm still coming to terms with the fact that this is humanity's second time around.
Yeah!
But if we don't move, we die. And I'll be damned if I've lived this long just to die out here in the cold.
Finally, a voice of reason. Let's go.
No, she's right. Come on.
Yeah, this is not the time to think about this kind of... Oh, pick up all that dust, Weiss. Let's not waste dust. It might technically be the remains of ancient human beings. Oh shit. At least they still got the relic. And one question remaining nonetheless. Oh.
I'm just going to be another one of his lives, aren't I?
Of course not. You're your own person.
Don't lie to him, Rwby. We're better than that.
Oh my god. There's just so much freaking negativity going around. Rwby's got a hard time. Is gonna have a hard time. Oh shit. Rwby's gonna have a hard time keeping the whole team together after this, man. Everybody's broken. Especially after that great reveal. Yeah, this is the god of darkness's domain. Salem decided to make it her home. Holy shit. Tell me that shit doesn't look like Mordor. Landing. Mercury's. Yeah, they gotta break the bad news to Mama Salem. You know what's funny? Emerald looks a lot like their youngest daughter.
Welcome back, welcome back.
Oh shit, Tyrion!
I do hope you missed us as much as we missed
His
you.
tail.
Let's go.
Oh, this guy gonna talk some smack. You know this guy gonna talk some smack for them, like, you know, bringing back bad news.
Speaking of which, Where is our fall maiden?
Oh shit. Oh, Watts is gonna be super happy about this.
Come on.
Don't tell me something happened to her.
I will cut off more than just your tail.
Oh shit! Watch out. Does he have more than just his tail?
Careful, little girl. Cinder isn't here to protect you
Oh
anymore.
shit. Oh my god, this guy's creepy as fuck.
Back off, freak.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't misunderstand. I am in mourning just as you.
Bullshit.
Because it appears you failed our queen.
Wait, what happened to Oh, right.
And that is a tragedy.
The Emerald's weapon. This guy is insane, bro. He's literally the Joker. My god. Oh, mommy is pissed. Everybody's scared.
I would like you to explain to me how it is you failed so spectacularly.
Oh, she pissed.
The Fauna's militia split our forces.
Stop.
Shit!
Let me rephrase the question. Who is responsible for your defeat?
Cinder.
I take full responsibility.
But that wouldn't be fair now.
Oh shit!
We all know who's truly to blame.
I don't.
Oh, yo! Yo! Damn! Wait, those are her arms? Like in the opening? Tentacly dark grim arms?
Emerald,
Ew.
I want you to tell me whose fault this was.
You better tell her, girl.
Now.
Get it?
Cinder! We failed because of Cinder.
Damn.
That's right. I want you to understand that failure. I want you to understand why Cinder must be left to toil in her isolation.
Wait, she knows she's...
Until she redeems herself.
Wait, she's alive? She knows she's alive?
You mean...
She's alive.
You're joking. How could you know that?
Are you questioning our divine savior?
Oh, shit. What the... These characters are insane.
Of course not. Forgive me.
It's important not to lose sight of what drives us. Love, justice, reverence. But the moment you put your desires before my own, they will be lost to you.
Oh shit, he can't breathe. Oh.
This isn't a threat. This is simply the truth. The path to your desires is only found through me.
Damn, that's some Palpatine coding shit. Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi. Damn, that's some good shit.
And so we must press on. The sword under Vacuo's academy, Shade.
Ma'am. I have more to report.
Oh. What more? Sword under Vacuo? Okay.
Taking the lamp to Atlas.
Not if I can help it.
Oh shit.
And they're being led
Oh, Ospin!
by Osborn.
Hush! Oh, this is gonna piss her off.
So soon.
He's the only man with a chance of getting through to Ironwood. If that happens...
Like he reincarnated so soon, they're surprised. But oh shit, y'all better run your ass, run your ass.
Leave.
Right.
Your Grace, I can.
Tyrion, bruh, if you know what's good for you, if you don't want to lose all that tail.
Come on.
Right. Ooh, the music. Run, run, run. Oh, that's a good shot. Okay. Oh, damn, dude. Holy shit. Home Improvement's gonna have a shit ton of work. I expect Grimm are gonna have to fix those glasses. My god. Salim, bro. Salim. Salim being Salim. I love how Grandma is on top of the bike.
Like this is gonna let up.
I just want to get this stupid relic to Atlas.
Let's hope we don't have to walk all the way there.
Yes,
I
please.
thought trails led somewhere.
Do you have nothing better to do than to harass a defenseless old lady?
Yes.
Everyone quiet. Do you hear that?
That's creepy noise. Sounds like... Oh, that's what's making it. Bruns.
Well, at least one good thing happened today.
It looks abandoned.
Right.
It's still better than this.
Come on, I think we could all use some rest.
Brunswick Farms? Brunswick Farms. Brunswick Farms. Brunswick Farms. Okay. Brunswick Farms. What is that? Brunswick. Brunswick Farms. Where have I heard that before? Why does that sound familiar? Brunswick Farms. Brunswick Farms. Brunswick. You know when you have to say a name and then there's like an idea like somewhere in your head, but you like keep up to saying it for it to like sort of. It's like trying to light a match. You know, Brunswick Farms. Brunswick Farms. Where have I heard that before? It's like it's there, but I don't know, man. Ah, it's gonna kill me. Where the hell have I heard that name before? Brunswick. Brunswick. Is that a character? Man, okay, whatever. Hold up. I don't know, man. Like, okay, so that's how it is. Basically, so that's how it is. So Salem is apparently very pissed off. Well, of course, because apparently, okay, let's go into the discussion. Salute against the mountain! Basically, this episode revolved around, you know, the resolution to what happened in chapter 3. Basically, the reactions that everybody has to the content that was, you know, divulged to us in chapter 3. All the information. The main thing, I wish there was more that they took away from all that than just that final question, because basically Team Rwby just focused very hard on the fact that, you know, Salem just can't be defeated. But I think they would benefit more from understanding the manner of that question, that it was very direct in the form that, you know, he asked, how can I defeat Salem? And if he can't defeat Salem, perhaps someone else can. But then you also have to think about how, you know, Jinns sort of gives you these broad answers and not direct answers. Like you asked it, like Rwby asked it, it's like, what is Ospen hiding? Okay, but instead of you know, just showing what Ospen's hiding, it shows Salem's perspective as well. So maybe Jinn just gives answers in a very broad perspective or something like that. So the answer that she gave to Ospen about like you can't, maybe it applies to everybody. Who knows? I don't, definitely. I just assume that, you know, the answer to that question, can she be defeated, maybe is through somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody who's not here, or by a different means. You know, like I said in the discussion, you guys can go back to the discussion, and I think is that Salem is ultimately, the way to defeat Salem is by getting her to defeat herself, basically. She's always creating these cages for herself. She always creates these obstacles for herself because she just wants too much. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's her ultimate weakness, is she overestimates her reach, her power, and her influence, basically. So you just have to basically use that against her. I mean, it's easier said than done, obviously. I mean, Osmond's spent multiple lifetimes trying to thwart Salem or Salim, but you know, he's obviously been unsuccessful. But at the same time, you gotta admit that he's found the relic. He also brought an end to the Great War, which most likely was due to Salem, because all she was doing was creating wars, you know, when they were still together, you know. But you know, that being said, they were just like, Wasserman was still able to form, you know, 4 kingdoms, you know, like at least that sort of harbored a certain level of peace towards each other. So that goes to say that maybe, you know, Osmond did go about it the right path, because he was still trying to bring the brings human society together all under one banner in opposition of the Grimm. I don't know how many, obviously people in this world I don't think are aware of Salem's existence. So I don't think Osmond, obviously since Osmond was so hesitant to reveal that information to even Team Rwby, and it was literally crying after all that information was revealed, he's obviously very, that knowledge is very, you know, that's a secret, you know, it's his to keep and his to share. But it's just, you know, that's why revealing it broke him so emotionally. And I'm sure, like, seeing all those images again is not something he wants to revisit, because it's trauma from his past life. I mean, I'm sure, like, seeing his, like, especially seeing his children get wiped out again, you know, that's not something any father would want, you know. And not to mention having the love of your life, you know, be the, you know, the catalyst for that destruction. It's crazy. It literally is crazy. So I mean, I don't blame Osmond for, like, just wanting to disappear from, you know, one good thing is it gives Oscar more time to just be Oscar rather than a combination of the two, you know what I'm saying? So we get to see more of just, like, Oscar being Oscar. But at the same time, I think this, like, time away from, like, you know, Osmond having to be Osmond and just, you know, like, you know, being trapped in Oscar's subconscious might do both of them some good, and at least it'll quell the anger within Team Rwby just a little bit. Oh, they just occurred to me, Team Juniper doesn't even know about all of this shit. So imagine when they have to explain all this shit to them. Like, they don't have the luxury of a visual experience from Jinn. They just have to take it on, you know, like, just like explain to them, you know, just verbally. So that'll be an interesting thing. And I wonder how they'll take this information, specifically because it affected their team so much, you know, specifically, I mean, Empira didn't have the full information before she accepted the maiden, or she chose to accept the maiden's power. You know what I'm saying? So much of, like, everything, it makes me think, like, how much of this information, because Crow didn't know about it, you know, Crow didn't even know about half this shit, because I mean, so I'm guessing that maybe Glinda and Ironwood don't know as well. So how will they react if Crow is reacting to it so negatively? Then, you know, because Crow is a special case, because I mean, whereas Glinda, I feel like Glinda's good at, like, taking care of herself. Ironwood has his own kingdom that he has to sort of maintain. Crow is somebody who just, you know, has been doing these covert operative missions for Osmond this whole time. He's the one that's been with Osmond the longest in terms of, like, you know, just, like, always staying connected towards one another, you know what I'm saying? So to have this knowledge revealed to him is just very, very, you know, not only surprising, but, like, it's kind of like a break of trust for them. It's like, how much have you not told me for me to dedicate my life to you? It's just not fair. It's kind of like Salem saying, not fair, you know, but, you know, just not that to that regard. And I have high hopes for this team to be able to overcome their, you know, their sort of negative emotions right now. They'll obviously learn to accept it, grow from it, and I hope, like, Osmond ultimately does so as well. At least comes back with maybe some form of an apology, but, like, ultimately comes back with I don't know when he's gonna come back. Hopefully in the next few chapters, like, he sort of something happens to bring him back. But I hope that when he does come back, that he comes back with, like, a greater resolution of, like, what needs to be done, or maybe even an answer to how to move forward. And if he doesn't have the answer, then perhaps Team Rwby will develop an answer on how to move forward in combating Salem. Because what we learn from Salem's little interaction with her henchmen is that, you know, the sword is in Shade Academy in Vacuo. So the sword's in Vacuo. The lamp was from Mistral. I'm guessing sword is destruction, right? Lamp is knowledge. Crown is what? Crown is choice, and the spear thingamajig looking thing is creation. So I'm guessing creation is in what do you call Atlas, swords in Vacuo, knowledge is in Mistral, and crown, which makes sense considering, you know, the ancient king wearing a crown was Ospin, who, you know, brought the end to the war. The crown, why would the crown be the symbol of choice? Sword makes sense, destruction. Lamp lights the way through darkness, knowledge. The staff or whatever for creation, that doesn't, that's kind of, but why is the crown choice? I don't know why the crown would symbolize choice, because crowns always mean like, you know, to symbolize rule and like sort of a what do you call, a monarchy, or like, you know, some sort of, you know, gallant or like medieval righteousness or power from God, stuff like that, you know, the right of ascension or something like that. That's what a crown is supposed to represent. I'm curious what manner of the crown's powers or capabilities are subject to making it the relic of the choice, you know. But like I said in my previous discussion, I still think the crown, if it's the relic of choice, then that is going to be the most important relic going forward, and I think that's going to be the last relic that we actually see, because it's in freaking Beacon. It's under Beacon, which is pretty much, you know, become a grim infestation nest, you know. So that'll be interesting to see going forward. I'm trying to get back into my train of thought, because, you know, now we've entered this new area. Oh, before that, of course, Salem has their big temper tantrum of figuring out exactly, and it's crazy how everybody is so scared of her, you know. Dr. Watts is obviously, you know, happy that Cinder's, you know, technically gone, and a little bit upset to know that she's not actually gone, because Salem knows that, I think Salem knows that because she's a maiden, that she's not gonna go down so easily, you know. And I think that's, you know, I think she can feel the magic still alive within her, because, you know, she has magic as well. But it's crazy to see that after this failure, that the whole team is sort of divisive and broken up, and Tyrion is being Tyrion with Emerald and stuff, and of course Emerald is, you know, very scared of Salem, and ultimately reveals that Cinder was the one behind their failures. So Cinder will have to do something. Like Salem said something along the lines of, Cinder must be, you know, must be forced to dwell in her misery until she is worthy of joining with us again. I don't know what that means, but, you know, I don't know how Cinder is gonna do that. But Cinder is obviously looking for Team Rwby, so she needs something. She needs something to like at least show for her failure. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So that's probably why she's going after Rwby. Outside the fact that she's very like hell-bent on, you know, trying to kill Rwby, is just she needs that vengeance, you know. So to be satisfied, vengeance to be satisfied, basically. So, and of course Maria Calavera, I love her for like, you know, snapping everybody back to her senses, even though figuring out like this crazy ass knowledge about, you know, it's human second chance on Earth and whatnot. She tells everybody, it's like, everybody, you guys have got to get your head in gear. You're spouting negativity all over. Grim are gonna pop up every now and then. Shit's getting dark. We gotta go find shelter. So let's go. Let's move forward. You know, always moving forward. And they come up to this town, this very creepy looking town. I don't know, like maybe it's the snow or the lack of like noise. It's just like just wind, like weird wind noise, and there's like snow just piling up, and everybody's just got this negative what do you call it, mentality about them. And the Rwby, or what is it, Weiss literally said that, like, you know, this place looks abandoned. And that name, dude, the freaking name, Brunswick Farms, why does that sound so freaking familiar? And I can't get it. I'll probably realize it, like, you know, while doing some random shit today, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, that character was named this or something. Like, why does this sound so familiar? Anyways, this town looks kind of freaky. The design for it looks kind of interesting. Maybe it's just like, you know, a stopping point, but the way they sort of introduced it with the eerie noise and the metal work, that stuff, like, you know, the metal moving back and forth, it sounds very creepy, very, very freaky. So I'm excited to jump into this next chapter. So leave down in the comments below if you guys want me to react to chapter 5 and 6 together. Do I need to react to chapter 5 and 6 together? Is it like necessary, or does it make sense within the scope of the story? Is it what I'm trying to say? Or are they too long that it's better to just react to them separately and discuss them individually? You guys can leave that down in the comments below, remaining spoiler free, of course. that's my discussion for chapter 4. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I'm through all those other comments as well. So super excited to read everything, and I'll definitely be diving into more Rwby very soon. So look forward to that. Until then, have a wonderful day or wonderful night wherever you guys are. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe, hit that like button, and feel free to share the video. And I'll see you guys next time.